We will be doing something that I should have spent enough time considering to talk myself out of. But, alas, here we are. I need some perfume to save me from the stench of my awful writing. Okay, cool. We are prepared and we smell like oranges. Aha! Here it is. It is too pathetic to even be insulting. The only thing insulting about this is how pathetic it is. I'm going to have to cut all of that down because my wording in all of that was dreadful. But don't worry, we've got some more dreadful wording in here, honey. There is no I in team, but there is a me. We're not even on the book yet. That's just a note. Oh. It's worse than I could have ever thought. This is unreadable. Look at this. What is that? Why is that a thing? I've gone over this. Like, I thought the second draft would be better than the first. Like, this had any merit. However, when I got fucking down, the wording is so bad. It's childish. However, when I got down, her presence was weak. What does that mean? It sounds like I've just switched writer mid-sentence. After the usual morning tiredness, my eyes felt as though they weighed tons and were glued together. This sentence doesn't even have a structure. It's just like two incomplete thoughts interrupting each other. I stampeded downstairs like a herd of elephants and told my mum that a robber had entered our house and demolished my TV. Fuck it. People read this. I don't know why they bother with the weather forecast. We don't need them to tell us what the weather is. Look outside. That's the weather. I stole that from Miranda. No offence to anybody who knows anybody called Pepe, but tell them their name sucks. Tell them their parents should feel ashamed for lacking such creativity as to name their child Pepe. May as well have called him Pee-Pee. I hate that name. Good, you fucking should, but being self-aware doesn't make you less shit. Here is all the mess that's on my bed, but I cannot be bothered to clean. Like, welcome to my room. Here are all my possessions. I am human. Love me. I'm going to make this video as long as possible because you can't escape it. You haven't got work. Don't try to tell me you've got work. I don't get paid for this. I just want to waste your time. Oh no, wait, no, there's one I forgot to rename. Okay. Because no one cares, we're going to call them Shaniqua. I don't know how to spell that. This isn't even a sentence. It's just names. Jesus Christ. It took me one paragraph to write 4 letters. And the rest of it's just scratched out stuff. Wait, I think this is one of those friction pens. Let's see if I can rub away some of the... No, alas, we cannot erase the past. I get bullied an inhuman amount at school. Mostly because ellipses. I don't even know. You really should. You really should. Did you never realise your nickname was Parappa the Rapper? You fucking dick. You didn't shave your monobrow because you were scared of sharp objects. I gazed in amazement. Her green eyes shone like emerald diamonds. Emerald fucking diamonds. Shone like emerald fucking diamonds through her wavy brunette hair. That's a fantastic name, yeah, but you don't have to name every single fictional character you ever write Persephone. We had religious studies today. No offence to Christians, but it's complete guff. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. I was like a neckbeard, but without the capacity to grow a neckbeard. I'm just not even going to read any of the religion stuff that comes up in this story. In year 9? You tried to age this character up? How dare you? Frickers. I got home, laid in bed. Laid is not spelt like that. Almost all night thinking about Persephone. I think I'm in love. You have known her for 0 seconds, you bastard. Then they mimed around and made enraging kissing sounds. Such depravity. What frickers? When I told them that I already had a girlfriend, they told me I was an abysmal liar. Then I got made fun of further for not knowing what abysmal meant. I've looked it up now and it means terrible. After that abrupt, usual start to the... How is it abrupt but also usual? I finished my artwork early, so Miss... I don't even know what that says. Miss... Gonorrhea. Why? Replied another year 7 next to him. It's animal abuse. Lol. Frickers! When will you learn? That your actions have consequences! I know I can't stay in this imaginary world forever, and that I should step back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. But it's nice. Okay, it is 3 years later, because that's how long it took me to emotionally recover from the first 13 pages of this book. I don't know where we were. Something about a cold sweat, which feels accurate. What the fuck does this say? I can't even read it. What is this supposed to say? I'm shuddering. My life's becoming so ironic that I think I'm going to be run over by an ambulance. What? That's not what irony. What? What? No, incorrect. On a more positive note, ellipses. Never mind. I'm so pessimistic. Thursday, 5th of December 2014. My least favourite day of the week. I hate French. Sorry, I know he's talking about the lesson, but I just pictured him going, I hate the French. Why she always tells me to remember everything is beyond me. Then she shrieked at the mirror and fumbled about with her hair. Mum's always fussing about how she looks. I'll never understand why... That took a turn. I'll never understand why girls always try to look flawless. I don't understand 12-year-old me's mind. I don't get it. How did it function? How did this bitch remember to breathe? Same old rubbish today. That could have been the whole day. That would have been funny. That would have been good if you just left it there. But he elaborated. He didn't have to do that, but he did it. For us. No, to us. To harm us. Specifically you. Yeah, you. I can see you. Fuck you. I don't want to read this. Computing, PE, break time, maths, French. This is just the fucking syllabus. We don't need to know this. Days are too long. Why did whatever created the world make days long enough to have school be 6.5 hours? That was almost a complete thought. Speaking rubbish that bursts out at inappropriate moments. That doesn't even make sense. This feels like it's translated from incorrect Japanese. Like if you ran this through Google Translate and put a typo in each word, this is what would come up. I guess the 12-year-old brain is still in here somewhere, unless this is just infecting me with some sort of fungal disease. I basically see myself as his dad. I'm a better parent to him than his dad ever was. If you're watching this, fuck you and please die. Past me waited till page 20 on his birthday for the main character to actually become a part of the story. Anyway, here we are. I looked up at my hands. They were a pale ice white, as opposed to a dark ice white. I am a vampire. I am one of the undead. I am a creature of the night. This kind of flowery bullshit is what I thought constituted good writing. Why did nobody tell me? We really need to actually teach people how to write. This is a testament to our failing education system. How I tried to put it to words, I can't believe vampires exist. What else will turn out to be real? Werewolves? Ghosts? Santa? Actually, I know for a fact the Santa doesn't exist because I helped Mum and Granddad put presents around the Christmas tree last year. So there. For reasons best known to themselves is a phrase that now reading it, I understand why no one uses it, but maybe it could make a comeback if people decided their brains were no longer necessary. I thought about staying in bed today, but decided against it. After all, one day's a lot of education to miss. Why did I completely obliterate the suspension of disbelief for this one sentence? The vampires I can abide. This is unacceptable. No, I don't think you understand how incoherently this is written. This is 3 sentences on the same line against each other. Why did I think this would be legible to anyone? I stopped abrupt at the school. Although I was relieved about the intolerable pain thing, I couldn't idolize. I think he means to be idle. I couldn't stay idle. I couldn't idle. You could have just fucking said I couldn't idle. What the fuck does idolize? Idolize who, bitch? Fucking Aquaman! I had to proceed through the day. That's not English. I must proceed through the day. No. Stop it. Get some help. Wait, is that how suspicions spell? No, it is. Sorry. I'm actually, this is making me dumber. This book is actually a spell tone for transubstantiation, and it's converting my brain into human fecal matter. I don't stop talking, do I? No, you don't. You really should. You really should. You really should stop talking. You really should stop talking. I went through the whole day saying nothing. They're the same. There's two sentences just together. The detention was as boring as watching glue dry 5 times as slow. It's like he went to school, got distracted, and just forgot he was suddenly undead. I'm writing this in McDonald's. Why do the have questions in parts? No, that's what it says. Why do the have question in parts? What? Who are you? What do you want? Deep breath. Have some nicotine to emotionally recover from this. Ah, that's some good cancer. Why do the have questions in parts? And English is so bad, and it's making me so sad. I can't actually describe how painful this is to read. It makes me upset to read. Oh my god. This entire page is written in red for some reason, but also scribbled out. The entire page. So it's gotta be good. Let's read it. Let's see what even 12-year-old me couldn't stomach about his own writing. I made a rap about Persephone. Oh god. I met a girl. It was love at first sight. Yeah, no, I already refused to read the rest of this. It's no. A girl? What are you, some sort of hetero? I cannot accurately convey the agony of reading this unless I read it to you, but then I will have to go into hiding. I finally decided I'll never leave her side. How the fuck is there more? It continues to the next page. I've been through some shit. Once, I went to the bus stop and it was 20 minutes late. This is worse than that. I know being pale's a big deal, as I generally can't actually read that. I have no idea what that says. Hey, viewers, can you fucking decipher the fucking hieroglyphics on this page? Oh my god, I think that's have. How? How is that have? As I generally have quite exceptionally dark skin. Great news for you. That is wonderful. As a vampire, the character doesn't even go, oh wow, this is so weird, I'm a guy in the girls' changing rooms. Which is very topical right now, if you really think about it. Into a very dark corner that made the perfect hiding spot. Oh god. Why are people worried about trans women when 12-year-old vampires are the much bigger threat? Conservatives have their priorities just all messed up. Nobody even talks about the 12-year-old vampires going into girls' changing rooms and hiding in the corner like some pervert, like some creep. Disgusting. Not in my country. I sipped the blood trickling from her neck. It was absolutely minging. She brings a whole new meaning to the phrase bad blood. And yeah, we're gonna end it there because I can't actually stomach anymore. And we will pick this back up in another 3 years. It's only been a few hours this time, so I guess I'm just addicted to the agonal process of reading this book. This is the new self-harm. Try it. No, don't. I'm getting paler again. I might go drink Tanya's blood again so she stays off school for even longer. You know, this is getting good, actually. My history teacher is really queer. Sorry, nothing could prepare me for that. By the way, it's midnight, so I'm being a bit more quiet. I was trying to be a bit more quiet. We're restarting this in a different place. I teleported. I know, crazy. I'm 22 now. Turns out when you teleport really slowly, you actually age at the same time. It's called walking. An ambulance came 15 minutes later. Your mum came 15 minutes later. She wasn't faking it. Your mum wasn't faking it. I admit, it can be a bit boring, but you get to write poems and stories. Stories is spelt with a Y. Nobody enjoyed anything today. What the fuck? Never has a true word been spoken. Are we watching our little Luke growing as an author as we read? Actual storytelling components? What the fuck is happening here? This is black magic. Who would have thought that a being with no brain could learn? With me this long, I feel like part of you is just as engaged with the suffering as I am. This is part of us now. We're in this together. If you've been watching all the episodes, comment down below and I'll tell you what a good boy you are. Apart from this one day when I was 8 and I had a really bad cold. Great, thanks for sharing. Our lives are now enriched by this knowledge. Grandma and Granddad cooked really posh 3-course dinner. I was full before the main course. Don't add an exclamation mark like you're funny, you phlegm rizzler. It was 1:30 in the morning and I now felt like each of my eyelids weighed a ton. I am fairly certain he also said that in the first 2 pages. We are going back. We are in a time warp. This is Groundhog Day. Nice to meet you, Rose. Run for your life. I sat down for a couple of hours listening to love songs, thinking of Persephone. I think I'm in love. You have known her for 0 seconds, you bastard. Yeah, there's a callback. Groundhog Day. There was this ride. I was so ecstatic to go on it. That's not really English, but sure, go on. My mum assured me that it was the last ride. At least tell us what the ride is, you big silly knob. Dun dun dun. Oh, she's waking up. I was so lost in thought I had started singing the Mission Impossible theme aloud. I'm gonna go and cry right now. She woke up. I shushed her to prevent her from screaming, hoping my vampiric seduction powers would kick in. Needless to say, I'm not even going to bother saying they didn't, although I'm fully aware I just did. That was the most useless sentence in the history of sentences. Merry Crisis, shitbirds! Welcome back to hell! Do you like the new layout? Yeah, I move house every time I film a new one of these episodes. It's getting really expensive. Please send help. Persephone. I just remembered. That's the name of the Greek goddess of growth who was dragged to the underworld when Hades fell in love with her after Aphrodite got Cupid to fire his arrow at Hades. Is that how it went? Like, even if all of that was somehow correct, it still feels incorrect just because it was written in here. This book has the ability to retcon fact. I can't trust anything put in here. This is a book of lies. Apparently the name Pepe is short for, oh my god, I don't care. You can't just change tense mid-sentence. You ignominious ignoramus. Is your brain an empty ham packet? What is wrong with you? But before I could stop myself, I yelled, hey, I wouldn't if I were you. Then he replied, you would if you were me, 'cause I'm me, aren't I, kid? I'm going into this garage store. I'm going to continue hacking into these government systems to see what I can find out. I did not hit her. It's not true. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not. Oh, hi, Mark. I need to stop closing this book. I don't know what fucking page I'm on. That applies to real life as well as the story. Collecting news like dogs collect bones. None of that qualifies as prose, and I refuse to believe any of what I just read was in fact English. And you can bet your mother's cow that this will not in any way affect the trajectory of the plot. Because it won't. Give me your money. Then I was left there, waiting with a mobile phone in my hand, looking like a puppet standing without any strings. Terrible, out-of-place simile. Useless as dongles are to the armless, adds nothing to anything. Your world leaders have fallen. Society's structure has crumbled. Give me your money. I was wearing school trousers in year 7 that were much too big for me. I fell down the stairs and my trousers fell down my legs. Great, thanks for sharing. I couldn't concentrate fully and kept trying to make conversation. Then I tried a chat-up line that I once saw Roy use. Oh god, give me strength. Have you got any plasters? I broke my knee, falling for you. She scooched further away from me. Humiliating. Good, serves you right, you misassembled IKEA kit. My favourite is either a meerkat, lemur, stoat, platypus or dog. I can never really make a decision. I think you should just never really open your mouth. Just ever. I won't say it wasn't English, but I will say it wasn't good English. I feel like if you read the sentence backwards, it would make more sense. You're persuasive. Ask him to stop, or force him. oh, apparently my character has traits now, but he needs to be reminded of them by other characters who also don't have traits. Is it so difficult to just say then? Stop trying to purple prose us, you unseasoned roadkill. He is no asset to society whatsoever, you think, whenever I'm brought up in a conversation. So that's probably the most well-structured joke in the whole story, which means it's all downhill from here. We have peaked, and it was brief and disappointing. Title of your sex tape. How come there's not just a nationwide hunt for this missing person? Why doesn't anything have the slightest effect on the world beyond a 5-meter radius from the main character? Where are the consequences for his actions? Eliza has entered the story and somehow it has changed nothing. This book is immune to storytelling. Plots undo themselves around Pepe. The avenues an author could go down to make something interesting happen, and 12-year-old me just takes none of them. It is infuriating. It's April Fool's Day, except I'm the fool! Sorry this took so long to release. I couldn't focus on editing because I cherish my sanity. Now, in strict accordance with this, I shall now delve into the pages of a madman. Lord, give me strength, please. I know I've been a bad boy, but give a dog a bone, man. 15? Bro, did my man get the date wrong? Oh, who cares anymore? Life is fleeting. We're all gonna die one day. Of course, vampire speed. At this time of the book, at this time of year, localized entirely within his bedroom. They cracked an egg on my head. One of the people working there saw it and banned them from the shop and gave me 2 packets of free jelly babies, which was nice of them. I chose the jelly babies, by the way. They weren't like, oh no, you've been egged. Here, have some jelly babies, it'll make it taste better. Before I could figure out what he meant, he kicked my leg and I fell. Who? Whomstead of the fuck has been kickingstead thou's legster? As I foolishly stuttered and stammered and blurted through jumbled gibberish. That is just 1/2 of a sentence, cut down in its prime by a full stop. The only thing full about your sentences are the full stops at the end of them. Let them stare. No one should be subjected to this. You discount Tim Curry from Transsexual Transylvania. What does that mean? Saturday, 18th of January 2014. He just went back a year again. This motherfucker can time travel now. This is a lot to process. When things seemed like they were at their worst. When I thought, what? That was so painfully and unnecessarily long of a sentence. Please die. Blood spurted from my mouth. I heard a screeching/shrieking noise. Screeching is spelled so incorrectly that it makes me want to screech. Just to give him an example of what a real one would be like. I couldn't move. I was paralyzed. Yep, that's what couldn't move means. That you're doing great. I wanted to run. I wanted to cover my ears. Mr. Page, while writing, turn the page on the right to continue. Are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? This is the best page of the book and there's nothing on it! And he actually kept the page numbers on them. So these are actually 2 pages of the book. This is part of the... I just can't believe this. I couldn't make a joke this good. On purpose. He was the man whose blood I drank on Saturday the 18th of January 2014. Wait, you mean last year? Why the fuck did 12-year-old me just forget what year the characters were in? And it happens like every other day. It was perfectly consistent until now. This book is a joke, except the punchline is whoever's reading it. She was absolutely ecstatic. The word ecstatic does not have an X in it, but my pillow doesn't know that, so it would be unfair to assume that 12-year-old me did. I had an enjoyable conversation during the duration of the walk. Well, thanks for telling us about it. This is the opposite of storytelling. This feels like it's mocking us with the fact that we will never know the parts of the story that would actually make it interesting. It's like, yeah, something happened here. I'm just not going to tell you what it is. Suck a dick. That'll be £5. This is an EA book. It's in my ass. Oh no! The book has finally come apart after 10 years. It's about damn time. I'm so exhausted, but we're so close to the end. So I gotta... Oh no, this just got made so much more inconvenient. This was the only way life could have become worse for me. I felt like I was lying on a million chocolates although that would be mind-blowingly expensive. A normal Cadbury's is about 65p, so a million times. Are you kidding me? Why is there so much maths in this book? Have we not suffered enough? It's a struggle already to get through the prose, let alone the mathematics. Also, the fact that a Cadbury's bar used to be 65p, it's very depressing. That's the approximate price of a house in London. Not anymore. I stayed up all night, in bed, reminiscing the moment that had occurred last night. Did you know if you set fire to this book, it would be more legible? She opened her rucksack, revealing a pale, expressionless, severed head. Tonya. What? Why? How? Who? When? Fish sticks? Huh? No event in this story, no matter how catastrophic, has any effect on the world. It destroys all sense of cause and effect. How can there be stakes if nobody's actions mean anything? Where are the police, you fungal sock puppet? A person has been murdered and your response is, that's it, we're not friends anymore. I'm telling mummy. Either way, none of those ideas are good. So let's write them. If you have any suggestions for what should be in the book, please put it down in the comments below and I will include it, no matter how bonkers it is, because it cannot get more bonkers than this. This is the best half of a book that I've ever read. Not really. That was the most unbearable experience in history. The book may be over, but it's not finished. I'm gonna finish this book and then we're gonna have a final episode. We put to rest 10 years of untapped potential and a general disrespect for literature.